So today we will talk about how social listening can boost marketing strategies. And again, hi everyone, it's so nice to meet you. And I hope that this session will be super engaging and productive for you. So, yeah, let's get started. My name is Anna Yanko, and I'm a marketing manager at YouScan, Ukrainian company which develops an AI-powered social media listening tool. And I have over 5 years of experience in social media listening, and now I focus on increasing our company's visibility and recognition across global and Ukrainian markets. And yeah, guys, let's connect on LinkedIn. On this slide, you can see the QR code, which links to my profile, and I'd be happy to chat with you in the meantime. So yeah, today I will share with you interesting insights on how social media listening can boost your marketing strategies and help you make data-driven decisions. So what's on the agenda for today? First, we will start with basics. So what social media listening is and why it is essential for marketers. Next, we will explore some powerful use cases, including brand health tracking, crisis management, competitor analysis, and influencer discovery. And finally, we will wrap up with a Q&A session. So please feel free to share your questions, and I will answer them at the end of the webinar. Yeah, let's go. So what exactly is social media listening? It is a process of tracking and analyzing conversations on social media, historical and in the real time, so it doesn't matter. So with social listening, you can gain insights into consumer opinions, preferences, and behaviors. So I'd say that it's a comprehensive research process, which includes tracking brand names, product names, hashtags, different slogans, promo campaigns, and different specific industry keywords, and many, many others. So shortly, social media listening can help you analyze different public conversations happening online. And these insights help brands make smarter marketing decisions and continuously improve their products, services, and, for example, share recommendations with the connected department like customer success or also R&D. So why social media listening matters for marketers? First of all, social media listening offers both real-time and historical data. So it is possible to track current conversations as well as dive deeper into historical data to analyze some trends or discussions over time, and compare it to traditional research methods like focus groups or interviews. With social media listening, there is no need to wait too long for data collection, for gathering insights, because it's just works on your fingertips. And secondly, it is an access to niche and hard to reach audiences. So analyzing social media data doesn't require travel, phone calls, or some extra effort to connect with people willing to share their thoughts. So you just can analyze their mentions that they're publicly available and which are shared online, and you don't need to spend a lot of time on it. Yeah, and thirdly, it's cost-effective and flexible. Despite processing mountains of data behind the scenes, social media listening tools designed to be super convenient, intuitive, and user-friendly, so you can easily set up your topic for monitoring and define it in any way you like, just in a few clicks. Plus, it's very cost-effective way to get powerful insights. And I would like to continue with a very interesting topic on how social media listening actually solves marketers' challenges. Tools like that provide marketers with a lot of solutions to their challenges, but I would like to explore the most popular ones. And let's start with brand health tracking. It's like a regular checkup for your brand, just like we go for medical checkups to monitor our health. Brand health monitoring gives you a snapshot of key metrics and key insights for your brand. Next one is managing brand reputation, which involves monitoring positive and negative mentions, analyzing product-specific feedback, and what's the most important, proactively addressing potential reputation crisis. The third one is social media listening for discovering marketing insights. It's ideal for brands looking to explore some new opportunities or test some hypotheses before launching new products or services. And the next one is competitor analysis. This is both fascinating and essential for understanding the market landscape. It allows marketers to examine what is what is working for competitors and what is not, and actually analyze their strengths, their weaknesses, and refine strategies accordingly with these insights. And next use case is influencer discovery. Social media listening tools helps pinpoint whose opinions matter the most to the audience and who they trust. And the last, but not the least, is monitoring trending discussions. This could be anything, any viral topics or engaging debates that bring a lot of attention for brands or public figures. Yeah, this way. All right, and let's talk about how AI takes social media listening to a whole new level. This section actually is all about the magic behind this process and how actually YouScan make it possible. So let's start with what is actually YouScan. It is an AI-powered social media listening platform that helps brands discover deep consumer insights directly from social media. YouScan equips marketers and researchers, analysts, and all experts interested in consumer insights with real-time data from millions of online conversations, comprehensive understanding of consumer opinion, industry trends, competitive landscape, and of course, different market opportunities. And with the YouScan, marketers can gain deep insights about their audience, what consumers say, what they do, and who they are. By that, we mean YouScan's powerful capabilities for textual analysis, which makes it effortlessly to understand consumer opinions. Also, advanced visual analysis capabilities helps marketers easily identify real-time consumer situations, like how they interact with the brand or products or service, because YouScan can detect logotypes, scenes, objects, persons, and these powerful insights help marketers improve their strategies and make data-driven decisions. And also by who they are, we mean YouScan's audience insights capabilities, which reveal the demographics, like age, gender, location, and also interest and occupation of people who discuss different topics online. And speaking of powerful capabilities for text analysis, I would like to tell you about our Insights Copilot. It's a generative AI assistant for social listening. We've released it last year, and our customers really like it because it goes beyond just summarizing data. You can actually ask it anything about your social listening data, like what are the most common consumer complaints, why do customers love us, or any question related to your social data. So you practically can talk to your data like you chat with ChatGPT, but Insights Copilot will answer you based on the data collected by YouScan. And it backs up every response with the real example from social media data, because we know that some AI tools can hallucinate, and we at YouScan really want our Insights Copilot to be reliable, to be trustworthy. That is why we provide examples for each statement of Insights Copilot. And what's more interesting, it happens just in seconds, saving you hours of manual analysis. Because frankly speaking, I am a researcher. I've started at YouScan as a researcher, and I know how long it takes to manually collect and analyze data. So today, with AI tools, with social media listening tools like YouScan, it's much easier, it's much faster than earlier. And I will super briefly tell you about the social listening process, just to keep you in context, nothing super extra, just for you to understand how YouScan works. So the first step is creating a solid search query. This really depends on your goals and on your research questions. So what exactly do you want to uncover? And with YouScan, you can search for mentions not just in text publications, but also in images. So you can start your query searching for some logotypes or different scenes and visuals or objects, and many, many more. Plus, you can refine your search to target specific authors, mentioning their interests, occupations, or, for example, their follower count. Like, for example, let's imagine that we want to understand what yoga experts are talking about. So to do this, we can create a search query using the author biography description, like yoga or yoga expert, and YouScan will then collect all publications from authors who have mentioned in their publicly available profile description, like on Instagram or on TikTok, on Twitter, that they are yoga experts or different terms related to yoga. So yeah, and once your search query is ready, YouScan will gather mentions based on your keywords from various sources, social networks, messengers, blogs, forums, streaming platforms, and review platforms. So bunch of sources YouScan covers. And after this, YouScan's AI will process all the collected data automatically. So there is no need for you to manually search for something and group these mentions or stuff like that. So it's actually automatically identifies positive and negative mentions, what consumers like and dislike about your brand, what sparks some complaints, different topics in discussions like trending topics, some crisis situations. Also, it analyzes audience interest and, for example, what are the most popular visual contents, and so on and so forth. And before we jump into the use cases, I really want to share with you some exciting news. It is a special offer exclusively for this webinar's attendees. We are at YouScan offering 10% off all annual YouScan subscriptions until the end of December 2024. And this offer is valid for the new customers only. So to claim offer, you just need to register for a YouScan demo using this link. Don't worry, you will receive the presentation after the webinar with this link, or you can actually simply scan the QR code here on the slide and register for the demo. And next, once the YouScan team reaches out, just mention that you have a promo code St. Paul's webinar to unlock your discount, and you're all set. So yeah, let's go forward. Sorry, it's just a water sip. Okay, so finally, we will talk about social media listening use cases with examples of real brands. And the first one is brand health tracking. We will look at Lego as an example and explore what their brand health looked like over the past 30 days. So in just last 30 days, Lego received over 2 million mentions across social media. It's huge. Yeah, and these conversations were a mix of chatter about their Lego sets and also buzz around their collaboration with Fortnite video game. And actually, things started to heat up at the beginning of the December. People are excited about Lego's new Fortnite release, and of course, the holiday season kicked in with everyone talking about gift ideas. Christmas, New Year, and like holiday season is in a full swing here, and YouScan detects with the bubbles different trends. You can see here red is for the negative trends, actually. Yeah, let's go next. Now let's talk about sentiment. Actually, most of Lego's mentions are neutral by sentiment. It's approximately 89% of all 2 millions for the past 30 days. But if we exclude neutral mentions from the analysis, we can see actually the share of positive and negative mentions, and we see that Lego has a strong positive sentiment because the share of positive mentions is 62, and while for negative, the share is 38. And on this slide, you can see a platform by platform sentiment analysis. For instance, on X, Twitter, Pinterest, YouTube, Lego has positive chatter across all these platforms, but there is a noticeable negativity on Reddit. So here is an insight for Lego's marketers. If Reddit is where negativity spikes, it's a signal to engage more effectively, to target this audience, and to explore what happened there. And next, let's talk about Lego's strengths and weaknesses. At YouScan, we have spider graphs with green highlights indicate positive mentions and red highlights indicate negative ones. And this makes it easy to identify which aspects a consumer appreciate and which one are like negative, completely negative. Yeah, this way we can easily see what's working and what's not. So for Lego, design stands out as their biggest strength, but pricing is their weak spot, frankly speaking. Many consumers feel Lego sets are overpriced or out of reach for the average buyer. And here, let's ask our Insights Copilot, YouScan assistant, for instance, social listening. What exactly are people saying about Lego's pricing? So I asked Insights Copilot about pricing complaints among the users, and it provides me with a comprehensive list of topics in just a couple of seconds. And also it's included examples of real mentions. So it turned out that many consumers feel that Lego sets are overpriced, especially considering the quality they get. And also a significant number of mentions indicate that people are actually delaying their purchases and waiting for sales to get better offer for this. And also some of international consumers are frustrated with higher pricing in regions outside of the US. So in Europe, the prices are pretty high for Lego sets, and compared to the United States, it is higher. So yeah, just in seconds, Insights Copilot provide us with the actionable insights. So, what can marketers take away from Lego's brand's health insights? So, first of all, it is very important to focus on areas generating the most complaints, like pricing in Lego's case. Also, it is important to refine messaging to highlight unique values that resonate with the audience, like Lego's design. So, for example, if we have some complications with pricing, we can highlight why it worth this price, because we, for example, have good quality, outstanding design, so it is worth paying a lot of money. It's just an example. And thirdly, it's crucial to identify positive user-generated content and leverage it to share this authentic customer experience to engage like potential customers and to showcase the strengths of the brand. Great, so let's move on to the next case, and this one is about crisis management. So when things go wrong, they can escalate very quickly, especially in the social media world. And here is a perfect example why social media monitoring, especially on platforms like TikTok, is no longer optional, but actually absolutely necessary. So what's up? In September, a TikTok user named Gabby, with nearly 100,000 followers, uploaded a 5-second video. And she claimed that L'Oreal's Purple Elvive shampoo caused her hair loss. A huge accusation. And this video collected over 14 million views, 7,000 comments, and 183,000 shares. That is crazy. And it didn't stop there. Users across various social platforms jumped on the discussions and flooding the brand with questions and criticism. And just in 24 hours, different videos related to this topic, to this complaint, generated over 22 million views. You can see the spike on the slide. So yeah, ignoring such moments or reacting too late can cause reputational damage. So how did L'Oreal respond? Well, 4 days later, they issued a statement claiming that lab tests found no connection between their product and possible hair loss. But uh, we all know that 4 days is a lifetime in social media terms. So by the time they addressed this issue, the damage to their reputation had already been done. And what can we learn from this? Early detection. It is important. Marketers have to keep an eye on platforms like TikTok and X to spot some emerging negative mentions before they storm out or spiral out of the control. If this situation happen, swift and transparent responses are a must. So address issues quickly, be honest, and offer some clear solutions. So yeah, actually, social listening helps identify affected users, like we saw at this example before. So it is possible to engage with them directly and find a solution and to discuss with them this problem. Let's go to the next use case. We will discuss competitor analysis. And as an example, I will show you my research on competitors from third quarter 2022. This case focuses on popular European supermarket chains, Rewe, Kaufland, Aldi, Tesco, Carrefour, and Lidl. And let's begin with the share of conversation. It's a metric used to determine a brand's market share, like brand's position among all the competitors. And what we see here, among all the competitors, German supermarkets, Rewe, Kaufland, and Aldi received the most mentions. And next, let's take a look at the net sentiment rate. It is also a very important metric when we are talking about competitor analysis. It's a metric that represents the ratio of positive to negative mentions. You can see the calculations of this metric on the slide. But in YouScan, this metric is calculated automatically, so no rush here. So my research shows that back in 2022, Rewe and Kaufland were not only the most talked about brand, but also the leaders in positive feedback. On the other hand, Tesco and Lidl received the highest volume of negative feedback. Actually, it was due to a major news break about high prices. And talking about Tesco, there were huge news breaks in the United Kingdom dedicated to high prices and the Tesco position in this problem. Now let's dive deeper into strengths and weaknesses of competitors. Although the brands operate in the same segment and offer similar solutions, similar services, back in 2022, they had different strengths and weaknesses. For example, the success of German supermarkets, Rewe and Kaufland, and also French supermarkets, Carrefour, was attributed to good customer service and a wide assortment of goods. And in contrast, as I already mentioned, Tesco, Lidl, and Aldi faced criticism for having the worst pricing. So here you can see like a mini dashboard of strengths and weaknesses for competitors, and it is available in YouScan, it is very convenient, so you can just take a look and understand what aspects of your brand and competitors need some attention. Yeah. So what are the action points here? First, track the share of conversation. This metric will help you understand like the competitors' market in general and your position there, and also identify where other brands are standing. Also, pinpoint competitors' strengths and weaknesses. Because it is actually very useful, because you can uncover what works well for competitors and identify some areas when you can excel using this data. And of course, it's important to benchmark performance. So feel free to use these insights to measure your brand's performance against your competition, and accordingly refine your strategy. And now let's dive into how to find the right influencers for a brand, especially when, for example, testing new ideas or exploring a niche market. So in YouScan, marketers can put influencer discovery on autopilot. It is possible to search influencers based on keywords in their biographies, as I mentioned at the beginning of the presentation. For example, if we would like to explore what marketers are chatting about online, and many others like audiences and groups. Also, you can define your search query by interests and professions. Also demography, age, gender, location, and also follower count. And let's imagine that we are an art supplies company testing a hypothesis about some new eco-friendly paint. And our goal here is to connect with the niche creators who might not have like millions of followers, but they share our hypothetical brand's values and have highly engaged communities on Pinterest. So using YouScan, we can set up a search query to find authors particularly interested in art, with the follower count more than 2,000, and which are active on Pinterest. So from the Pinterest source. Yeah, and just like that, just like on the right side of the slide, we get a tailored list of potential influencers. And let's take a look at all these examples from Pinterest. So on the left side, we can see that a creator transformed plain sneakers into wearable art, actually. And on the right side, it's another case showcasing like very beautiful pastel landscapes. And these are the types of niche influencers we are talking about. So they might not have like massive following, but their work resonates deeply with their audience, and they share the same passion for creativity as our hypothetical brand. Yeah, and actually that was the last use case I wanted to share with you today. And now we are moving to takeaways of our webinar. So first up, social media listening is an amazing way for marketers to really understand their audience, their pain points, their needs, and also they can actually give you some ideas for product updates, for service updates. You will understand what they love, what they need, and what they are struggling with. And next, it helps you fine-tune your campaigns. So real-time insights let you tweak messages accordingly, so it truly connects with people. And like in our case with Lego, when some complaints about price occurred, brand just can try to amplify the message and try to explain their customers insights about their design and their quality, to like be close to the audience and explain some situations. And also, if we have some negative spikes on Reddit, we should go there and see what's happening there. And also, it keeps you ahead of problems. You can spot some negative discussions early and deal with them before they explode. Plus, it is a great research method to keep an eye on competition. You can see what's working for them or not, and use this for your advantage. And finally, it helps you find right influencers to connect better with your audience, to share your values, and spread the messaging you like and that feels really authentic. Yeah, and that's it from me. I'm ready for your questions. Be happy to answer them. Okay, I think that we need some help from Olena. Because I can see actually questions and I can go at them.
Sure. And thank you so much. Thank you for your presentation, for your tips, insights, your examples. It was very interesting. I enjoyed everything. And I can see that there are several questions in the chat. So let's answer. I can see the first question here. It was sent from Facebook. Does it work in smaller markets, countries, and across which platforms?
Thank you so much for this question. It's a great question, actually. YouScan works with different markets and countries. We have no like limits for geography. Speaking of the coverage and speaking of the platforms, we have multiple available platforms like social networks, all the popular ones like Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, X, Twitter, blogs, forums, review sites. So any platform you like, yeah. Thank you so much for your question.
Okay, great. And one more question. Do you offer white labeling for agencies? If you can answer.
Yeah, actually, I think that I need some help from my team to answer this question, or I will get back to you with this one. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you. And one more question. A question from Sophie. Can I identify the right influencers to work with using YouScan? If so, how to do that?
Yeah, YouScan is a great tool for working with influencers, for finding them, because in YouScan we have capability to collect mentions from different like different audiences. So you can set up your query, for example, to look for authors who are marketers, and you can collect all the mentions from the authors who have mentioned in their publicly available biography that they are marketers, and you actually will understand their chatter, and you will receive the list of um, most valuable influencers in terms of follower count, their engagement rate, volume of mentions they publish about different topics for the particular period of time. Yeah, so it's possible with YouScan, of course. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Anna, for the answer. Thank you, Sophie, for the question. And I can see any, okay, one question more I can see in the chat from Facebook. Question by Van. Does it work for other languages besides English? I'm from Cambodia. Texts are all in nature language.
Yeah, YouScan YouScan has no limits for languages, so English it's not just the only one that YouScan collect. So it's possible to do research to collect insights for different languages.
Oh, great. Nice to hear it. Okay, Louis writes, hello, Len and Anna. Hello, Louis. Okay, and I can see any other questions in the chat, and we have several minutes just to answer. And I have a question maybe for small businesses. How can they use social media listening for their purpose? They don't have any big audience, don't have such an opportunity to monitor their reputation, maybe feedbacks, they just start their businesses. How can YouScan and social media listening can help here?
Yeah, that is a great question. Thank you. Yeah, YouScan can help businesses with any sizes. Social media listening can be very beneficial for small businesses because actually you can research the competitive field. You can understand what is going on with competitors. And yes, if you're a small brand for now, but who knows, in a couple of years or maybe months, you will be big. And you need these insights for your brand to understand their positioning. Also, you can analyze trends and refine your content strategy and publish, for instance, some articles or research about some trending topics, for example, book talk, and so on and so forth. And you can engage the audience. You can collaborate also with influencers, because for smaller brands it is also can be the case to collaborate with the influencers, and YouScan definitely can help with it.
Great. Thank you so much. Okay, and I can see another question here in the chat. Do you offer free trials?
Yeah, yeah, you can go to our website, youscan.io, submit a demo, and our managers will contact you and will we talk to you to understand your needs, your goals for social media listening, and they will explain the best way for you to use social listening.
Okay, thank you. And don't forget about your special offer from Anna, 10 discount percent off all annual subscriptions. And I'll duplicate it to the live chat. And okay, so don't miss the opportunity, guys. Okay, and it looks we've addressed all the questions that have come up as we near the end of our session. Is there anything you'd like to add or emphasize before we wrap up?
Yeah, actually, I would like to conclude with that social media listening is very important tool for nowadays when we have a lot of buzz on online media, and we need to research it and to use it for our brands to empower our decisions to make better, smarter decisions faster. Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. Thank you, Anna, for sharing your valuable tips and insights. Guys, be sure to connect with Anna on LinkedIn and follow SendPulse on social media to stay connected. Once again, a big thank you to all of you for joining us today. Your participation means a lot to us. Stay tuned to our social media for updates on future webinars and events. We'd love to have you join us again. Thank you, and I wish you all a wonderful week ahead. Goodbye and take care.
Thank you so much, guys, for your activity in the chat, and have a nice and lovely and cozy week ahead. Bye-bye.
Bye.